Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be going over a balanced build for the DRS in Battlefield 6. This time we're going to be starting off with just the standard suppressor. We're going to be using the 15 cost extended barrel, the 20 inch. For the grip, we're going to be using the 45 cost low profile stubby. Very expensive, but it's worth it in my opinion. For the magazine, we're going to be using the 30 round standard mag. For the ammunition, we're going to be using the standard FMJ. We're not going to be using any ergonomics, we're not going to have any optic accessories, and for the sight we're going to be using the BF2M 2.5x, which is my favorite sight in the game for mid-range. We're not going to have any lasers, we're not going to have a flashlight. Let's go ahead and take this into the range. Okay, so right off the bat, we got to address the elephant in the room. The thumb taking up half of the sight picture is crazy. If you've seen my sight video, I do not like a lot of the sights in Battlefield 6 for the reason of the sight picture being too small. So this grip is the reason why it's doing that. So we're gonna have to see how that plays out in the gameplay. The hip fire is also pretty similar to the last build because we don't have the laser. The laser and the flashlight really improve the hip fire a lot. And so not having those, it's just not a great hip fire weapon. That's not really what this build is about. I'm trying to build something that plays to the strengths of the DRS, and the DRS is a mid-range to long-range weapon that has close-up capability if you play it right. I'm trying to play to that strength. Don't forget to use your peek mechanic also, so when you see your gun get raised like that when you move towards something, that means you can peek over it just by zooming, and you can actually get a lot of stability. You don't have to be right on the object. It's actually all determined by that little animation change of how you hold the weapon. You can also do this to the side, leaning out horizontally. So when you point your gun and you're a certain distance away from an object, you can zoom once it kind of tilts the gun to the right, and that will allow you to lean out and then lean back, similar to peeking up and down. If you're not close enough, then you're just going to zoom in. If you're zooming in and you kind of take a step back, then you'll stop leaning after a certain point. So it takes a little bit to get used to, but this can be really useful and give you really fast head peeks and make it harder for your enemies to hit you because you don't have to hit your crouch button to hide behind cover, you're just peeking. So with that, let's go take this weapon onto the battlefield and see how it performs. If I had to change one thing about this build, it would definitely be the stubby. I would just drop this down to the next tier just because the thumb being in the way of the sight is such a downside and you lose so much visibility that it actually does distract me when I'm trying to aim down the sights. That is definitely something to keep in mind if you are thinking about using this build. I mean, your thumb is covering about 25% of the sight picture, so that's definitely a huge downside and creates a big blind spot. At this point, I think I can say that this loadout is fantastic. I really enjoy the smoothness of it. It feels like the recoil is really well controlled. I'm not 100% sure if that's due to the stubby or if that is just the nature of the build itself as a whole. So there is more experimenting that you can do. So if you do want to use this build, definitely try throwing on some different grips. Try throwing on maybe some hip fire if you want that. You know, this is just basically a template, a baseline, and you can build on it and do whatever you want for your style of gameplay. That's my favorite part about this. There's so many different ways to build these guns. I mean, it's almost like they made it with infinite possibilities. I've been having a lot of fun with it.
Fucking 2 guys around my corner.
This loadout to me did feel unstoppable. If I was a better player, I think I could have had a really, really good game here and could have pushed double the score that I actually got. It took me a long time to get into a groove, but once I started to figure it out and really put myself in the right place, right time, this weapon came in handy every single time. So definitely a big fan of this weapon. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you in the next one.